My baby has not eaten in 2 hours. That is why I'm on my way to my second job tonight, because it is my responsibility to make sure that he eats, not the U.S. taxpayers. I am responsible for keeping him fed and clothed. My baby has not eaten in 2 hours. That is why I'm on my way to my second job tonight, because it is my responsibility to make sure that he eats, not the U.S. taxpayer.
So just an update on that nurse. Since that was posted, she was fired from her job. But as someone who's also a nurse and I work with newborn babies, there is nothing more sad and depressing to see at work when like these new parents who should be excited to take care of the new baby are like genuinely really concerned about how they're gonna feed their baby. Like, it is so just depressing. Like, I never knew until I became a nurse how expensive diapers are. Like, one package of diapers is 50 bucks, and not every parent can breastfeed, so they're relying on formula, just as expensive. And when I'm at work and we give away diapers and formula to these patients, it feels like I'm handing over gold, because that's how expensive these things are. And whenever we discharge these patients, we try to make sure that they have all the resources that they need. But I just can't imagine being a nurse and making that video of mocking these people. Like, they just need help.
You thought you were making a mockery of some set of people, but you didn't know that you were going to lose your job because the joke you're making is not funny. We're talking about people that are not self-sufficient. They depend on SNAP benefit, they depend on government aid and assistance to feeding their family. And you came from work. I don't know what came over her. She was even wearing a nurse uniform. That means you work in a very sensitive organization that has to do with taking care of baby, taking care of people, and you have the effrontery to wear the uniform, telling people that this is where you work, this is your job, but you do not agree with people that are depending on government to feed them, and that you're against it, you're laughing at them, you're making a mockery of them. That is so irresponsible. That's an irresponsible act. It's irresponsible of a nurse to do that. I mean, imagine if she had won a mufti and she did that video, the impact would have even been neutralized. But people know that you're a nurse. You're making a mockery of babies. For me, I feel that you nailed yourself. You made an expensive joke that cost you your job. It cost you everything. And now you have lost your job. And this should be a lesson for everyone that are not sensitive to the plight of the people. People are going through a lot, and you're playing and making a mockery out of that. It is unacceptable. And that is why, of course, your company got to know about the post that you made because it went viral. And of course, you have lost your job. This is a lesson. Guys, let's go watch these videos that I've put together for you guys. And I'm very sure that you're ready to give your commentaries, your views as to what this woman did. And this is a lesson truly for everyone to learn. I'll be right back. Credit belongs to every creator whose videos I use on this platform. Don't go nowhere.
That's the nurse from yesterday, Sassy RN or whatever it is, in her full nursing gear. People identified her, and I guess they contacted HR. Now her videos are gone, and she sent me a nasty message. She said she's going to contact her attorney. Bring it. Bring it.
My baby has not eaten in 2 hours. That is why I'm on my way to my second job tonight, because it is my responsibility to make sure that he eats, not the U.S. taxpayers. I am responsible for keeping him fed and clothed.
Tina, Tina, Tina. Tina Coleman, to be exact. It is my job as a beautiful Black woman to make sure that the world knows that you, Tina, as an RN, are okay with children suffering due to malnutrition. Tina Coleman, Tina Coleman. Now, since you had your RN degree and you knew every fucking thing, you should have knew that you needed to turn your badge around in every photo. But see, me, I have time. So I scrolled a little bit to April and I saw that you were silly enough to forget because people like you always forget. So, Tina, I've noticed that you've worked in Alabama and you've also worked in Kentucky, places where there are large populations of people who do need SNAP benefits and Medicaid. And I would never want someone like you to be working in the healthcare field that had to ever deal with someone who unfortunately needed those benefits. And not only that, as an RN, you should know the signs of a stroke. Have the day you deserve, Tina Coleman.
My baby has not eaten in 2 hours. That is why I'm on my way to my second job tonight, because it is my responsibility to make sure that he eats, not the U.S. taxpayers. I am responsible for keeping him fed and clothed.
You know, it always amazes me how much people want to go viral so much that they're willing to risk everything they have to do it. Because you came on the internet and you mocked an entire group of people, like millions of people that need help every single day, putting basic food on their table, feeding their kids, meeting life's most basic necessities, and you're a nurse. Did you know that you have ethics that you are required to live under? And I don't know how it works, you swear an oath or whatever, but there are some ethics that you live under as a nurse. And here they are, Provision 1, the nurse practices with compassion and respect for the inherent dignity, worth, and unique attributes of every person. You literally have ethics as a nurse that you swear to that includes all of this stuff right here. And when you come on the internet and you mock humanity, you are directly breaking this. I wonder if your hospital has something similar in their mission statement. Oh, look at that. They do. The mission of blank hospital to care for our community by improving the health and well-being of the people we serve, regardless of their economic or social status, by providing healthcare, disease prevention, and health education services, regardless of their economic or social status. I don't think your hospital agrees with you. Now, look, your secret's safe with me. I don't go that far. If you're going to come on the internet and mock people who need help, who actually work, in many cases, 2 jobs to be able to feed their kids, you're breaking multiple guidelines here. Just wanted you to know that this is not hard. Anyway, I hope you care for your patients that come through your doors more than what you portray on the internet, because I don't think that your employer would really appreciate this, your internet presence and the way that you handle yourself.
My baby has not eaten in 2 hours. That is why I'm on my way to my second job tonight, because it is my responsibility to make sure that he eats, not the U.S. taxpayers. I am responsible for keeping him fed and clothed.
I couldn't help but notice that on your profile you've got a GoFundMe page, and that GoFundMe page is for a friend of yours, it seems, a nurse that helped people for many, many years. And she's fallen on some hard times and she needs some work done on her home. Quite a bit of work, including foundation. If she doesn't get that foundation fixed, then her home's going to start to crack and possibly collapse, causing more financial damage. I noticed that in the description of the GoFundMe, it says that she's on disability. Well, my question to you is this: why is it my responsibility to pay for her disability? Not my fault that she's on hard times, that something has happened to her physically that doesn't allow her to get around like she should, that doesn't allow her to work like she should. It's not my fault. I don't care if she worked 30 years. Why is that my fault? Why do I have to help pay for her disability? Why are people having to give to this GoFundMe to help fix her home? Why can't she get out of bed and do it herself? It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I'm just using your logic here. She should go get a second job, you know? I shouldn't have to pay for her to sit in her bed and complain about pain. She probably should get up and find a way to feed herself. She probably should get up and find a way to build her own house. She probably should get up and stop begging people for money. Not very nice of me to say those things, is it? Especially considering I don't know anything about her and why she's in that situation. And by the way, I'm going to assume, and this is just my interpretation of your own video, you picked up a black dog for a reason. Once a week, I volunteer at a food bank, and this past week was chaos, considering that the SNAP benefits were expiring. I will say this, that 75% of the people that asked for food last week were white. You can choose not to believe me, but I'm telling you, that's the truth. I saw it with my own eyes. Be better. Oh, and to this person's friend, I wish you nothing but the best.
Do you also understand the subtle message she was also communicating? She got a black dog, a dog. Yeah, it's a dog. And she was trying to say, "Oh, I'm responsible for this baby." She was actually making mockery of some set of people, some set of race. But we all know the people that are even more on government benefit. I've done a video as regarding that. But now let's even forget about who and who is not on benefit. It's about the fact that the woman is irrational. The woman has no feeling, has no emotion. She was joking with something that is very sensitive. People are crying, mothers are crying on how they can feed their children, their dependent, how they can be able to work 2 3 jobs and make them not go hungry. And that's exactly what you find to joke about. And you are also wearing your uniform as a nurse to make a mockery on people. You shut yourself. And this whole called karma instantly going for the people that is found wanting, that plays or hurt people, that makes people feel like nobody, like they're not important, that no matter what happened to them, they're not important. And of course, that's exactly what has happened to you. You did that without remorse. You did that thinking you're going to get away with it, thinking the social medium has become a platform for you to just, talk to people, hurt people's feeling without remorse, without repercussion. But this one a boomerang because right now she has lost her job. She was fired as a nurse. Who would have imagined a nurse doing that actually? A nurse that is mindful of what people are going through. A nurse that caters for the needs of people, both adult, both children. But who would have imagined that? For me, I feel that she brought this upon herself. She shot herself at the leg. And of course, everybody. I mean, you can hear the views of people, the dimensions with which people are coming, the angles with which people are reacting to this very video. And I feel that you have learned your lesson. Hopefully, you get another job. Hopefully, you can survive at this time because things are not really funny right now. There's inflation, there's shutdown, I mean, karma's caught up with you. That's all I want to say. And for others that are towing this part, this is what will happen to you when you try to play on people's emotion. Beware, beware, because a lot of you out there are like this, and you will soon see the repercussion of your negligence, wicked, and heartless speeches and behaviors. Thank you guys for watching. If today is the first time, do me a favor by liking and subscribing to this channel. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys. Till I come your way again, remain peace, remain in love, and avoid trouble. Bye bye.